So for these solves, I'm just going to be using the scrambles from my PB average of 12, which I got today, which I've put in the description so you can follow along if you want. This isn't going to be a reconstruction video. I'm not going to be showing what I actually did during the solves because I don't always do the best thing. So instead I'll be showing you what you should be doing instead of what I do, which is sometimes not the best. So I'm not going to be going much into cube shape because there's not much point, but I do see this block here, which I know will be preserved, so I just keep an eye out for that during cube shape. And I see that it's gone down here, so I look for the other corner, which is here. So I just separate them and then pair them like that. And now for this second block case where you have these corner swap and DB already in its slot, there's a few things you can do. What I did was bring the whole thing up and then bring these back down, and then you can just pair these up, and that also pairs the DB with its correct corner, and then you can just insert, and then it's this PL+1. Another thing you can do for that second block is to do a D prime and then do a PBL, which is PJ, which swaps those corners. And that's one slice more efficient, but I don't really like doing D moves during my second blocks because, I don't know, I like it being more 2gen, so I don't know, do what you want. So here's the second scramble, and it's just, there we go. First thing I see is these headlights, and you can just M2 this edge in, so yeah, like that. And then you have this opposite corner case with the edge here and also the DB edge here. So I'm gonna pair these up and then just U to bring this together. And now before inserting it, I'm gonna put DB edge here so that it's solved when you put it down. And then you have just like PL+1. Now for this solve, I actually did first block prediction because it's one slice to scallop kite, and I see this block is going to be preserved and the corner is here, so this is going to go down here and this corner is going to go here, so I can just pair it up and bring it back down. So like that, and just solve it. And now for this case, I'm going to take these two down, and now I can pair these together and then just insert, and I'm gonna insert with the bottom misaligned so I can keep this, and just D2 like that, and now you just have PL+1. Now for this scramble, I could have done first block prediction also, but I just didn't bother, so I'm just gonna not bother again. It's not very much. I see these two, and so I'm going to look for the orange corner, and it's neither of these, so I know it's going to be this one, and I know the orange is going to be here. And that's just sort of intuition you eventually get. Like after a while, you know it's not going to be here. You're not going to have them like that. So I'm just going to bring these up, pair these two, and then put the last corner in. And so now, similar thing with the second block. I'm gonna bring this down and then pair it, and then put the DB edge in place and then bring it back down. And so now you just have PL+1. I also did first block prediction on this one, so I know I'm gonna do this to scallop kite, and I know this is gonna stay here and this is gonna go down here. So I can immediately just bring it up and pair them. And so now for this case, there's a few things you can do. And what I do is I bring these to the front, slice, bring this over and slice again to put it down here. And so now you have this, and then bring it back up. And then when you bring this back up, this is going to solve DB in its correct position. So I'm just going to solve it like that. And now you have the alg, which I did wrong, but whatever. So here's scramble 6, and I'm just gonna, there we go. There's not much, but I see this green block, so I'm just gonna do that. Bring this corner down to pair it with this edge, and then you can just do that. Now you can actually do this in 2 slices by doing U2, D2, bring this up, and then pair it like that. But I think just doing the extra slice is worth it over doing a U2, D2, so yeah, that's what I do. Now this case is fairly simple. Bring this up to create these headlights, and then bring the edge back down, and then just N2, and then slice, and then I've solved the F here, so I'm just gonna do, yeah. So here's scramble 7, again there's not much to say for cube shape, so I just do it. On that last slice, I saw these 2 red pieces here with the other corner here, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pair these up, U2, D, and solve the block. And now for this one, it's just M2, and then solve DB, and then put the block in, and now it's just loop on. Yeah. Now this scramble was actually good fists, so I'm going to try and predict the first block, and there aren't many good options, but the first one I saw was red, so that's what I'm going to do. Just that, and now these are opposite, so I can bring this up like that, U2, and solve the block. And now we have this, so I'm going to bring this down to make these opposite each other. So pair these together, and then solve the block, and then you have DB here, and now you just have the alg there. Now I probably should have done first block prediction on this, given it's 1 slice to scallops, but I didn't, so yeah. This block here and the corners here, so just slice. I'm going to bring this pseudo block down, we'll bring this corner up, and then so just do that, and then that's going to go to its correct place while I solve this, so I'm just going to do that, and now it's just a very good 6 slicer. Now we have solve 11, which I actually mis-scrambled in the original video, and I'm now filming again. So have that, and I think I spent a while wondering what I should do in this until I realized this block is already solved, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to bring this here, and I'm going to do this, solving the F, and so I do a D2, and I'll just have to get out this one, like that. Now the final solve is just like that, and again during that I see this, so I'm gonna go for the red block, which is these 2 corners here, so I'm gonna pair it up to solve it, and now you have this block with the DB edge here, so I'm gonna bring this here, and that also solves DB with the correct corner, so just insert, and now you have the alg, there we go.